everybody. Thanks for tuning in this evening. My name is Jessica. This is Yoga Energize. So you don't necessarily need any props, but you might need something similar to a block towards the end if you have one. So a yoga block or books or a firm pillow or like a couch pillow or something like that, or a thick folded up towel, blanket, something like that. We'll use at the end. So if you have something like that nearby, go ahead and grab it. You can also pause the video at any time and go grab that as well. So we're going to start all the way down on our backs. So take your time, make your way all the way down. Your legs and your arms can be anywhere that's comfortable for you. So arms can be out to the side or overhead. Legs can be bent or straight. So find a comfy spot where you can just chill for a few minutes, and feel free to kind of wiggle and move and do your own thing as well. But find a place where you can kind of tune into your breath here. Feel free to close your eyes, let your head rest heavy. Again, you can kind of keep moving and wiggling if you'd like. But start to bring your awareness to your breath. And allow those first few rounds of breath to just bring you home. Allow your breath to start to become so familiar that it's just like you're coming home every time you breathe. Feeling the way that your belly and your rib cage move as you breathe. Notice the way that your inhales give you just a little bit more strength. Notice the way that your exhales gently relax your tissues, your muscles, your mind. Just learn to tune into those kinds of things so that throughout your day, if you just need to feel a little bit stronger, take a big inhale. And if you need to relax and focus, take those longer exhales. And we'll take just a few more rounds of breath here. And see if you can start to find that full range of motion with your breath. So big, full, deep, but still relaxing inhales. Nice, long, full exhales, pressing all of your air out at the bottom of your exhale. And feel free to even maybe smile on your inhales. So you guys, on your next inhale, draw your knees in towards your chest there. If you'd like, maybe hug your knees in a little tighter, or just maybe rock from side to side. Maybe make some circles with your knees. Nice, guys. Let's make our way into a spinal twist here. So let both of your knees draw in towards your belly, and then drop your knees over to your shoulder, drop back towards your. Once you're there, let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. And then see if you can reach back toward the end of your mat so you create a to help you twist. Drawing your left side ribs to the left and down. Through center. Good. And then start to draw your knees in just a little closer to your chest. Drop your knees over to the left this time. And then allow that right shoulder to drop back towards your mat. And arms can be anywhere that's comfortable. You can always have your arms overhead, out to the sides, wherever you'd like. So again, let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. Create more length up your right side waist this time. So reach that right hip just gently away from you. And then use your abdominals to help you twist a little bit deeper. So you're drawing those right side ribs to the right and down. And softening through your jaw. And see if you can keep your awareness with your breath. Nice, you guys. Take another full breath here. Nice. On your next inhale, knees come back up to center. And then extend your legs out, arms reach overhead. Let's take another big full body stretch there. And then see if you can draw your front ribs down. So reach your lower back down towards your mat here. So take a big inhale here, and then on your exhale, we're going to come up into a single leg V-up. So you're going to come all the way up. Right leg comes up with you. Tap somewhere on your foot, your leg, something, whatever you got there. Come all the way back down. Arms reach overhead. Take a big inhale. Exhale, same thing to the other side. So exhale, come all the way up. Left leg comes up with you. Tap somewhere. You can really squeeze that thigh to belly. You can also use your hands to really draw that leg in closer. Maybe it looks like this. That's fine too. And then inhale, come all the way down, arms reach overhead. We're going to alternate from side to side. So just move at your own pace. You can speed it up a little like this if you'd like to. You can keep it really slow with your breath, inhaling as you're on your back, exhaling as you come up. So move at your own speed, your own pace, whatever works for you. Thanks, you guys. A few more on each side. Make sure your jaw stays relaxed as you move here. Nice job, you guys. Keep pushing, just a couple more. Nice, you guys. One more to each side. Good, and then when you're done, make your way onto your back and just take a couple breaths, noticing all of the sensations that possibly came up in your belly area. And on your exhales, let those sensations just start to dissipate. Big full breaths, allowing your abdominals to relax. And we'll take one more breath here. Nice, you guys. So when you're ready, make your way all the way up to a seat. Good, once you're there, switch the cross of your legs so you're sitting the awkward way, where you don't typically sit. And then if you'd like to, you can sit up on a pillow or a block or anything else if you'd like, or right on your mat or on the ground. So find length up your spine, shoulders stay really open. Move your head into some big, slow circles there. Nice, you guys. Make sure you're breathing. Go ahead and switch directions if you haven't already. Nice, you guys. Keep moving. One more breath here. Head comes back up to center. You're going to roll over your shins. Make your way to hands and knees. Once you're in hands and knees, or wrists are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips or slightly behind your hips, whatever feels okay on your knees. And toes can be tucked or not. Again, whatever works for your knees is fine. Here we're going to move through some cat-cows. So move at your own pace. Let your belly drop down, lift your tailbone. Chest reaches forward through your arms. You can even draw your hands towards your knees towards your hands if you want to go just a little bit deeper there. And then on an exhale, press the mat away, hollow out your belly, lift the back of your ribs up, really stretch between your shoulder blades, let your head hang, create length on the sides of your neck here. Good, on an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, chest reaches forward through your arms. Exhale, press the mat away, hollow out your belly, lift the back of your ribs up. You guys keep moving between those two poses at your own pace in your own way. And always make sure it feels good to you, especially if you're at home. You can kind of move. You can definitely move in your own way. Do your own thing, experiment, try new things. Nice, you guys will be here for a few more breaths. Feel free to stick with cat-cow. If you'd like to add on any movements, you can add those big rib cage circles if you'd like. You can shift forward and back through child's pose. That sounds nice. Good, 2 more breaths here. Nice, you guys. And then take your time, make your way back, downward facing dog. No rush getting there. Take your time once you're there. Any movements that you'd like to do, feel free to do that. Maybe bend one knee, drop the other heel, switching from side to side. Again, always moving at your own pace. And in downward dog, your feet can be really close together. They can be wide apart, like as wide as your mat or so. So kind of find what feels good to you today. No right or wrong. Good. And again, always pressing all of your fingertips, all of your knuckles and your palms down into your mat, distributing the weight out through your hands, and it's not just dumping right into that wrist joint. Okay, take one more breath here in downward facing dog. Nice, you guys. And then on an inhale, right leg lifts up and back behind you. And then we're going to make little pulses here with our leg. So make sure you draw your lower belly in and back and lift your leg with your glute here. So if you lift with your back is going to arch like that. So do not do that. Keep your spine really straight and then just lift with your glute. And just a few more on this side. You guys, right foot comes back down into your mat, downward facing dog, and then inhale, left leg lift. Same thing, make those little pulses using your glute, not your lower back. Nice, you guys, make sure you're breathing there. Good, 2 more. Nice, and then left foot comes back down, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, lift your heels up really high, shift forward into plank pose. Shoulders come over your wrists. Nice, you guys. Press the mat away, draw that lower belly in and back, kind of puff up that upper back, and then gently reach your chest forward, creating that length on the sides of your neck. Take one more breath here. Good. Shift forward just a little, lower all the way to your belly. Good. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet down. Get those pinky toes to press down as well. Squeeze your glutes, reach your pubic bone down, tailbone reaches towards your heels. And then on an inhale, lift your shoulders. Lead with the back of your ribs, lift your chest up. And then reach your chest forward through your arms. Nice, you guys. Take another full breath here and keep this pose really active. So don't just kind of flop into it, crunching your lower back. So pubic bone reaches down so you create more length on your lower spine. Chest reaches forward. Good. Lower down. We're going to lift and lower just like that a few more times. Move at your own pace, in your own way. So if it feels good, keep just lifting and lowering up into cobra, really warming up your spine. And if you'd like, hang out in cobra for a few breaths. As always, you can kind of rock your hips a little side to side. Look over each shoulder, stretch your neck, bend your knees, whatever you'd like there. If you want to work a little grip strength, you can come up onto fingertips. Maybe fingertips point out towards the corners of the room. And same thing, lifting up into cobra that way. So find what you like. Just a couple more breaths here. Nice, you guys. Let's meet all the way back down on our bellies. Good. And then go ahead and plant your hands next to your ribs. Hug your elbows in just slightly. Tuck your toes. Squeeze your thighs so your knees lift up. And then draw that lower belly in and up like you're lifting your belly off the mat from here. So knees can be down if you like or not. From here, you're just going to press straight up to plank. So go ahead and just lift straight up if you can. Good. Then lower back down just halfway. And we'll hold here. Good. One breath. Nice, you guys, and then press back up, plank. One more time, lower halfway down. Good, all the way back up. Nice. Make your way back, downward facing dog. Good, on an inhale, right leg lifts up and back behind you. From here, shift forward, right knee to right elbow. Good, really press the mat away, create a lot of space underneath your body. Come back, three-legged downward dog, right leg lifts. Shift forward, right knee, left elbow this time, so cross your body. Good. Come back, three-legged dog. Nice, you guys, one more time, right knee, right elbow. All the way back, three-legged dog. Shift forward, right knee, left elbow. Good, three-legged downward dog. And then just drop that right foot down back into downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Nice, you guys, shift it forward, left knee, left elbow. Press the mat away, create more space underneath you. Come back, three-legged dog. Shift forward, left knee, right elbow across your body. Nice. Come back, three-legged dog. One more time to each side, left knee, left elbow. All the way back. Good, left knee, right elbow. Nice. All the way back, three-legged downward dog, and then left foot just plants down. Nice, you guys. Take a breath here. We'll get off of our wrists here on an inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right foot steps forward between your hands. Make your way into a lunge there. And then left heel drops down. All right, you guys, once you're in your lunge, go ahead and bend that right knee. We're going to come into warrior one. So arms reach all the way up. Good, on an inhale, go and straighten your right leg. Really reach up and then draw these front ribs back and in, tailbone down. Keep that, rebend your right knee. Nice, you guys. Good, inhale, straighten that right leg. Good, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Nice, you guys. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend, and we'll stay here, and we're going to turn to warrior two. So legs stay the same. Turn your torso to the left. Arms go wide. Good. Keep your arms really active here. Send energy out through your fingertips. You're not just kind of hanging. Chilling there. Nice, you guys. On an inhale, straighten that right leg. Arms reach all the way up. Exhale, bend your right knee. Arms go wide, warrior two. Good. Want to do that again. Inhale, straighten, lift up. Exhale, bend that right knee. Arms go wide. Two more times. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower. Nice, you guys. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior two. Stay here. Nice, you guys. On an inhale, come back to exalted. So left hand to your back thigh. Right arm reaches up and back. And find a big side stretch here. So see if you can turn your ribs to the long side of your mat instead of trying to lean back. Good. Make your way forward, side angle, right elbow to your right thigh, or fingertips can reach down. Left arm reaches all the way up or maybe over your ear. Good. Inhale, come back to exalted. This time, straighten out that right leg. Nice. You guys come forward, side angle, bend your right knee, right elbow to your right thigh, left arm up. Inhale, back, exalted, straighten your right leg. Good. Come forward, side angle, right knee bends. Inhale, back, exalted, straighten that leg. Nice, you guys. One more time. Come forward, side angle. Inhale, back, exalted, straighten your leg. Let's stay here. Good. So you're going to pivot on your right heel. Right toes pivot to the left. Good. And then take a gentle wide leg forward fold. Come all the way down. So hands can be up on blocks or books or water bottles or pillows if you'd like to. Hands can also come down to your mat. Forearms can come down, or if there's another variation you like with your arms, feel free to do that. You can also interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Draw shoulders towards each other, elbows, and then maybe lift your hands off your lower back. Any amount there. Good. Take just a couple breaths here, whatever variation you are in. Nice job, you guys. You can stay where you are if you'd like, or Walk your hands over towards your left leg. Hold on to thigh, shin, or ankle. Turn your torso towards your leg, and then draw your torso in just a little bit closer. If it feels more stable, you can always have one or both hands down on your mat as well. And just a couple breaths here, reaching your chest towards that left foot. Nice job, you guys. From there, walk your hands back through center all the way over towards your right leg. Hold on to thigh, shin, or ankle. Draw your torso towards your leg. Just take a few breaths here. Really reaching that chest towards your foot, using your abdominals to stabilize that lower back here. So gently cinch in around your waist. Good job, you guys. From here, you're going to walk your hands to the right, back towards the front of your mat. Turn your feet to the right as well. Bend your right knee so you come down into a lunge. And then drop your back knee down. Feel free to put padding underneath that left knee if you need it. Good, so go ahead and drop your hips down a little bit lower, and then if you'd like, walk your hands up onto your thigh. Good, so press your thigh away, draw your belly back, so keep your front ribs drawing in, tailbone down, and then start to sink your hips just a little bit more, but make sure your spine doesn't arch as you sink lower, so really draw those front ribs back. Nice, you guys, so you should feel that stretch on the front of your left hip. Keep sinking those hips low, so you can stay here if that feels like a nice stretch. If you want a little bit more, arms can also reach up, keep sending that tailbone down. If you want even more, see if you can keep your hips low. Tuck your back toes under and float that back knee. So reach back through your back heel. Again, same thing, don't arch your spine. Draw your front ribs back and in, tailbone down. Just a couple breaths here. Good, soften through your shoulders and jaw. One more full breath. Nice job, you guys. Hands are going to come all the way down, possibly to blocks or your mat. And then you're going to start to straighten both legs and fold forward. If that doesn't work for you, that back knee can also stay down and just straighten that front leg and fold in. So either way is fine. If both legs are straight, find something that's comfortable. So maybe step that back foot in closer and wider and drop your heel. You'll feel more stable. You can rock your hips a little side to side. You can just fold in. You can also walk your torso to the right outside your right leg and fold in there if you'd like to. You guys take a couple breaths wherever you are. Good, one more breath here. So get your hands back down onto your mat. We're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. So however you'd like to get there is fine. And then once you're in downward facing dog, go ahead and shift forward into plank pose. So shoulders come over your wrists. Knees can be up. Knees can also drop down. Either way is totally fine. Shift forward just a little bit. You're going to lower down just a quarter of the way and hold. So bend your elbows. Come down a quarter of the way. Good, so again, knees can be down or up. Good, lift back up, plank. This time, lower halfway down and hold. Good, come all the way back up to plank. Nice, you guys lower 3/4 of the way, hang out there. Good, all the way back up, plank. Nice, this time come all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. On an inhale, lift up cobra or upward dog. Either way is fine. Chest reaches forward. Good. Lower back down, make your way back. Downward facing dog. Good, in downward facing dog, and take a big full breath there. Maybe shake out your head. No or yes. All right, you guys. Ready for the other side here. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps forward between your hands. Make your way into a lunge. Good, right heel pivots down. Left heel presses straight down as you lift your arms all the way up to warrior one. Good, so keep those front ribs drawing back, tailbone down. Inhale, straighten that left leg, arms really reach up. Good, exhale, re-bend your knee, maybe sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, straighten that leg, reach up. Good, exhale, bend. Nice, you guys. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend. Last time, inhale, come up. Good, exhale, bend. We'll stay here. Turn to warrior two. Turn your torso to the right. Arms go wide, relax through your shoulders there. Nice, you guys. Inhale, straighten your legs, arms reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Bend your left knee, arms wide. Good. Inhale, reach up. Nice, exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Nice, you guys. One more time. Inhale, come up. Good, exhale, lower. Stay here. On your next inhale, exalted. Right hand to your back thigh. Left arm up. Again, squaring your ribs to the long side of your mat. So you find this nice big side stretch here instead of a back bend. Good, come forward, side angle, left elbow to your left thigh, or fingertips can reach down. Right arm reaches all the way up or maybe over your ear, leaning this right shoulder blade back. Good, inhale, come back to exalted. Right hand to your back thigh, left arm up. This time, straighten that left leg. Good. Come forward, side angle, bend your left knee, left elbow to your left thigh, or right arm up. Inhale, back exalted, straighten your left leg. Nice, you guys. Come forward, side angle. Good, inhale, back exalted. Straighten that left leg. Perfect, you guys. One more time. Side angle. Inhale, exalted, straighten your leg, we'll stay here. Nice, you guys, so from here, pivot on your left heel. Left toes pivot to the right, so your feet are more parallel. And then take that big fold forward into a wide leg forward fold. Good, come all the way down there. Take a couple breaths. Guys, from here, come up halfway. Left hand or fingertips, or your hand can be up on a block, water bottle, or books. Is right underneath your face there, and then spin to the right, right arm reaches up. Nice, you guys. So if you can see my hips, make sure your hips don't twist off to the side as you twist. So you can keep your hips right in the center there, and then twist with your upper spine. Good. This is a lot for that arm that's reaching up. That right hand can also come to your hip or your lower back, or reach it behind towards your left inner thigh. Either way is fine. And then one more breath here. Use your abdominals to help you twist. Oh, when you're ready, gently unwind. We're going to switch to the other side. So right hand plants down, right underneath your face. Spin to the left arm reaches up. And again, keep your hips from twisting like that so you can keep them right back in the center. If that's a lot for that left arm, left hand can come to your hip or reach around to that right inner hip. Good. Use your abdominals to help you twist a little bit deeper. Take another breath. Nice, you guys. Unwind. Come back to a wide leg forward fold. Perfect. And then walk your hands to the left, back towards the front of your mat. Turn your feet to the left as well. Bend your left knee. Come into a lunge. Nice, you guys. Go and drop that back knee down. Let your hips sink down. Chest reaches forward. From here, walk your hands up onto your thigh. Press your thigh away so you can draw your belly back. Good. So tailbone reaches down. Keep all of that. Sink your hips a little bit deeper. Nice, you guys. Relax through your shoulders. You can stay here. Keep drawing your belly back. If you want a little bit more, arms reach up, but keep those hips sinking low. If you want even more, tuck your back toes. So even keep your hips the same level. Just lift that back knee up and reach back through your heel without arching your spine. So draw front ribs back, tailbone down. 2 breaths here. Nice, you guys. Relax through your shoulders. We'll take another breath. Good. Hands come all the way down onto your mat. And then go ahead and shift your hips back, straighten your legs. So you can stay here if you'd rather drop your back knee. And shift your hips, straightening your front leg. You can do that as well. Either way is fine. If both legs are straight, you can step your back foot in closer and wider and drop your heel. So you can really reach that left hip back as you fold in. Any of those options are fine though. Once you're here, you can stay folding forward, or if you tried it on the other side, try it on this side as well. Walk your hands to the left outside your left leg and gently fold in there. Good. Make sure you can breathe fully wherever you are. And take those long exhales here. If you want to sink in, if you want to create more strength, take bigger, fuller inhales. Or maybe do a little of both. And find some balance there within your nervous system. As you guys keep sinking in a little bit deeper, let's take one more breath here. Good. Hands come back down onto your mat if they're not there already. And then we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. Just take your time getting there. Once you're in downward dog, check back in with your breath. And then we're going to shift forward again into plank pose. So if your wrists are starting to bother you, you can come down onto forearms instead of your hands. That's fine as well. Bring your feet just a little bit wider, at least hip distance apart. We're going to come into side plank on the left. So turn to the outer edge of that left foot, drop your right heel. Weight is in that left hand, press your mat away, and then maybe reach that right arm up. Good. So your right arm can stay up, hand can be on your hip. You can reach your arm overhead. If you'd like a challenge, go and float that right leg up. So like a big star. Good. Tailbone towards that left heel. Take another breath here. Nice. We're going to come back to plank pose, so both hands and feet come down. Side plank on the right, coming to the outer edge of that right foot, left heel drops down, press the mat away with this right hand. And then open up, reaching your tailbone towards your heels there, so you draw your front ribs and lower belly back and in. Left arm can reach up or overhead or be on your hip. If you'd like more, float that left leg. Nice, you guys make sure you can breathe. We'll take another breath here. Perfect. Take your time, make your way back, plank pose. Good. One more time to each side. Come into side plank on the left. Good. If you'd like, float that leg. You can play around. You can bend it, sweep it forward and back if you want to challenge your balance. Nice, you guys. I'm back to plank. Both hands down, right over to side plank on the right. If you'd like, float that left leg. And again, you can swing it forward and back. Challenge your balance or bend your knee. Good. As you guys make your way back to plank pose. And then shift all the way back, downward facing dog. Good. Take another breath. We'll make our way into pigeon. So inhale, right leg lifts. Shift it forward, right knee to right wrist. Drop your knee, shin, and foot down. Spin your right foot a little to the left. Make sure this right knee is outside of your hip, so your knee's not in towards the midline there. Good. Feel free to stay upright. You can also sit up on a block or pillow, if that's helpful. Good. So you can stay upright or you can fold forward. We'll just take a couple breaths here. So see if you can sink in quickly. Use some extra long exhales. You can rock or shift your hips a little side to side. You can also be still and breathe. Add any variations to the pose that you like. Feel free to use pillows or blocks to rest your forehead on as well. Give your neck a little break here. Close your eyes if you'd like. big full breaths. As always, if you have questions about the poses or anything, feel free to leave a comment. We'll get back to you. Nice, you guys, big full breaths into that right hip, keeping your breath a part of the pose, integrating your breath with your body, with your movements. You can stay folding forward if you'd like. You can also walk your torso to the left, folding over your right foot. Let's get a different stretch, different muscle fibers. Any other variations that you like? Always feel free to add those in. If you want to add a quad stretch with that back leg, you can. Bend your back knee, reach back with either hand. That feels more accessible. Maybe draw that heel in a little closer towards your hips, or keep it back. Maybe both hands. Really open up your chest and the front of your shoulders as well. Sometimes we're going to multitask. You know? So you guys, 2 more breaths here. Wherever you'd like to be is perfect. So take your time there if you want to stay a little longer. Feel free to. You can always pause the video as well. It's a nice part of being at home. If you want to keep moving with me, take your time. We're going to make our way out of this side and over to the other side. So you can either just lean over onto this hip and shake out your legs that way, or plant your hands, shift forward just a little, tuck those back toes, press them out away, draw your belly up and in, and then lift up and back. Downward dog, wiggle or shake out your legs if you need to. If you like to flip your dog between sides, please feel free to play and do that. We're going to make our way right over to the other side when you are ready. So at your own pace, inhale, left leg lifts. And then left knee, left wrist, drop that knee, shin, and foot down. Taking your time, wiggling those hips back. And always give your muscles that time to change and lengthen and figure out what you're doing before you just force them into a stretch. So if you want more, just wiggle this left foot forward, but make sure you can start to reach that right hip forward. So if it just forces you to sit back, maybe bring that heel in just a little closer. Good, so you can stay upright if you like. Think about, again, always drawing those front ribs back and in, tailbone down. Otherwise, you're just kind of crunching through that lower spine and shortening the hip flexors. So we want to open everything up. You can also fold forward. Either way is fine. Wiggle your hips side to side if you'd like. Be still and breathe if you'd like. If it was helpful on the other side, go ahead and grab pillow, block, whatever you got. Rest your head at any level. It's always nice to give your neck muscles a break. They work hard for you all day long. Holding your head up. Feel free to hang out here. You can also walk your torso to the right a little, folding over that left foot. You'll just find a different stretch, different muscle fibers. Any other variations that you like, always add those in. If you want to add a quad stretch on this side as well, go ahead and do that. Again, you can reach back with either hand or both. That feels more accessible to you. You can also take that leg with you and fold forward if you want to get wild. So you guys make sure you're breathing, always soften through your jaw. Don't use the muscles in your jaw and neck to stretch your hips, if you can. Keep sinking in a few more breaths here. You can always make your way out early or come in and out of the pose as often as you like. Maybe you stay a little longer each time, and eventually you can stay for a full 3 minutes. It's always a process and it's always changing. So wherever you are, it's totally fine. So you guys keep sinking in. Let's take one more breath here. Good. So when you're ready, and again, you can always stay longer. You can always pause the video whenever you need to. So stay longer if you'd like. When you're ready to make your way out, take your time. Either lean over onto that left hip, wiggle or shake out your legs if you'd like, or downward facing dog. Either is an option. If you added anything after the other side, add that here too. If you flipped your dog or something like that. Thanks, you guys. So take your time. We're going to make our way down onto our seat. Knees bent, feet flat, no rush getting there. Just take your time. Once you're there, hands are going to come behind you, fingertips point towards your hips if that feels okay on your wrists. If that's a lot, just turn your fingertips out slightly. And then go ahead and draw shoulders back so your chest stays open. And then press your heels down, lift your hips up. You can look over your knees or up towards the ceiling. But don't dump through the chest, so draw shoulders back, lift those hips. Tailbone towards your knees. Good. Stay here. If you'd like a challenge, go and lift that right leg up. Maybe reach it all the way up towards the ceiling. And then lift your hips a little higher. Good. Right foot comes down. Left leg reaches up. Good. Keep lifting those hips high. Reach that left foot up towards the ceiling. Nice. Left foot comes back down. And then lower your hips down. Good. So we're going to do that again. You can stick with that variation with your knees bent. If you'd like more of a challenge, go and straighten out your legs. Legs can be hip distance apart or together. So either way is fine. I like hip distance. Find what works for you. So either knees bent like before or straight. Either way is fine. Draw shoulder blades back. Press your heels down and then lift your hips up. Perfect. Nice, you guys stay here if you'd like a challenge. Maybe lift that right knee and maybe extend your leg up. But keep those hips lifted high. We're going to switch over to the other leg. So right leg comes down. Either left knee lifts or your whole leg, or neither. Either way is fine. Keep lifting those hips high. Perfect. Left foot comes back down. Lower your hips down. Good. And then rebend your knees if they're not bent already. Good. Arms reach forward. Plug your shoulders into the sockets. Round your spine. We're going to roll down onto our back, vertebra by vertebra. So see if you can move really slowly as you roll all the way down. Good. So you can keep your feet touching your mat the whole time. Nice, you guys. Once you're on your back, big full body stretch. Take a big inhale and a nice big open mouth. Exhale, sigh out. Perfect. When you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest. We're going to come into a twist. Of course, you can always do any variation of a twist that you like. So drop your knees over to the right. Left shoulder drops back towards your mat. And then see if you can just soften everything. If your lower back needs a little support, just gently cinch in around the waist. Use your abdominals to help you twist. Otherwise, just relax everything. Nice, you guys. On your next inhale, knees come back up to center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the left. Good. Head, neck, and shoulders relax. Gentle breaths into your belly. Inhale, gently unwind. And take your time, find any kind of shavasana that works for you. So maybe just flop everything up. Just kind of stay where you are. If it's more comfortable to lay on your side or your belly or be seated, you can do that instead. If you want to keep wiggling, do that. So find a spot that is comfortable for you where you can hang out for a few breaths and breathe. And allow your jaw to soften. Maybe even take the tip of your tongue, tap it to the roof of your mouth right behind your teeth, and then really soften that lower jaw. If that's super weird, just ignore that. Wherever you are, just take a few big full breaths. Nice long exhales. Good, and if you can, stay here for as long as you like, allowing everything to process and integrate from today's practice. Thank you so much for joining me for yoga this evening. If you'd like to get notifications when we post new classes, go and hit that subscribe button.